Dank of England TV, the official Dank of England YouTube. Shouts out to all the subscribers. I've seen some comments floating around and some confusion about when it comes to the medical flower available on market. There's two types. There's irradiated and non-irradiated flower, yeah? They sound like scary words, so I'm here to break down exactly what they mean, what I prefer personally, yeah, my personal preferences, and yeah, break it down. So there's some tongue twisters and some techie phrases, yeah. So I've written a little piece just so I can deliver it to you guys in the best possible way. So yeah, irradiated versus non-irradiated flower. What does it even mean? Cool. So let's get straight into it. So today I wanted to talk about something patients ask us all the time: irradiated versus non-irradiated flower. And me personally, and us at DOE Medical, we prefer non-irradiated cannabis flower. Yeah. What does irradiated flower actually mean? So irradiated flower has been exposed to radiation like gamma rays or electron beams in order to kill off mold and bacteria or yeast. It's usually done after a harvest to help products pass state safety testing. Yeah, cool. Another question. It sounds like a crazy word, a scary word. Is irradiated cannabis safe? Answer being yes. Irradiated cannabis is considered safe and it does not make the flower radioactive. But for medical patients, safety isn't the only concern. Quality and therapeutic effectiveness matter too. So that's how that could be down to terpene profile, effects, how it affects your body, like different ways the plant affects you. So what is non-irradiated flower? So cool. Non-irradiated flower is grown and cured using a very strict cleanliness and quality control, so it passes testing without needing radiation as a fix after the fact. Right? So cool. How does irradiation affect cannabis? The biggest impact is on terpenes. Terpenes are what give the cannabis its smell, flavor, and a lot of its medicinal benefits. Irradiation can reduce terpene content, leaving the flower drier, less aromatic, and sometimes less effective for the symptom relief. So here's why I prefer non-irradiated flower, because it ends up in your prescription pot still with its terps, still fresh, not like it's been dulled or just like dried out. It comes dry with a brown color, yeah. So that's why I prefer non-irradiated products, yeah, because it withholds the terpenes still. It's not got that dry texture, that brown like old dead weed smell. Ultimately, I'll just be honest. What is non-irradiated flower? Non-irradiated flower is grown and cured using very strict cleanliness and quality control, so it passes testing without needing radiation as a fix after the fact. Another question: how does irradiation affect the cannabis? Yeah, this is a key point. The biggest impact is on terpenes. Terpenes are what give cannabis its smell, flavor, and a lot of its medical benefits. Irradiation can reduce terpene content, leaving the flower drier, less aromatic, and sometimes less effective in symptom relief. So that's when it's coming muted in terps. It's not smelling great. The color of it's like brown. It's dry, old medicine. So does irradiation change THC or CBD levels? Cannabinoid numbers like THC and CBD usually stay similar, but cannabis isn't just about percentages. When terpenes are reduced, the entourage effect, how everything works together, can be weakened. So like, yeah, it's like you remove a piece of the puzzle, and like it's not going to complete how you want to complete it. So like everything has a knock-on effect. So if you're muting the terps in the flower and you're drying it out, of course that's going to have adverse effects to how the end taste is when it comes to vaping the flower. And yeah, you're just messing up how I see it, you're just unbalancing things, so it's going to come out not as its full potential. So yeah, that's a breakdown of what's what basically. And then yeah, and I guess at DOE Medical we prefer non-irradiated flower. We focus on whole plant medicine. We prefer non-irradiated flower because it preserves natural terpenes. One, it delivers a stronger effect, like with the terpenes being withheld and not like zapped to bits. It holds its strength still, like I feel. Also provides better flavor, aroma, and patient experience in general. Like when you open the tub, you want to see and be greeted with something enticing, not instantly be like, oh, what is that? Brown, smells like hay, old, dead flower. Like, you know that smell. Like it's a bad feeling when you pop the tub and it smells like absolute hay. Yeah. Also, non-irradiated flower reflects higher cultivation standards from the start, so it's like a finer attention and a finer attention to detail would need to be upheld in the cultivation process for it to get to the end point where it passes microbial tests and things like that. So it's just a lot more care, I feel. So myself and we at DOE Medical prefer non-irradiated flower in general. Another question, is non-irradiated flower better for medical patients? Like, is one better than the other? For many patients, especially those treating pain, anxiety, inflammation, or sleep issues, yes, preserving terpenes can make a real difference in how effective the medicine feels. Cool. Who should choose irradiated cannabis flower? There are situations where irradiated flower is not just appropriate, it's actually the recommended option for certain conditions. Like, depending on your condition, when you speak to your specialized doctor, they'll assess what's best for you with your related condition. So there'll be certain irradiated and non-irradiated strains that have different effects on conditions that help with different things. So your specialized doctor will be able to advise you on that. So yeah, where is irradiated flower the better choice? So if you are immune uncompromised, irradiated flower. So right, where is irradiated flower the better option? So I would say going through chemotherapy or radiation for cancer and treatments like that, living with an autoimmune disease, post-transplant patients recovering, and anyone with a significantly weakened immune system. Yeah, that's where I would recommend irradiated flower as the better choice. So that's a breakdown. There's a few tongue twisters in there: irradiated, non-irradiated. I'm going to chapter this video better so we can separate the chapters and you can understand everything clearly. And yeah, I've just seen this question a lot with medical patients popping up. I'm keeping an eye on the socials, and I just thought I'd pop on here and do a synopsis breakdown of what's what. So I hope this helps people. Shouts out to the medical community supporting. Subscribe to the official Dank of England YouTube channel. And yeah, let us know what you want to see us answer. My ears are open. Hit us in the comments. If there's any grey areas or things you want to see me break down and give my opinion on, get in touch with me. Peace. This is Dank of England TV.
Dank of England, baby.